So what does a community really look like these days in the digital age? Well, sometimes its story isn't found in a book, but in its data. This is the story of the IISc Space Tech experience, and it's told through its digital footprint, a story of thousands of messages, super late-night study sessions, and a shared passion for the final frontier. Let's dive in.
Okay, so our story kicks off with this number, 82. That's 82 people from all corners of the nation, all brought together for one really ambitious goal, to master the wild complexities of space technology through a super rigorous program at the Indian Institute of Science.
And get this, over the next 8 months, these 82 people created this just massive digital conversation. We're talking over 5,500 messages exchanged. Now that's not just idle chatter. That's a constant flow of knowledge, of humor, and of support. But there's one little detail that tells you everything you need to know.
All right, take a look at these charts. The one on the bottom left shows the number of messages sent by the hour. Now you'd think the peak would be, lunchtime after work? Nope, it was 2 a.m., 2 in the morning. This tells you right away this wasn't just some course. This was a full-blown obsession, a community of passionate night owls literally working on space-time.
So let's zoom in a little bit on the numbers behind this incredible digital community. I mean, how did this all play out over time?
And wow, these numbers are really something. From March all the way to November, thousands of messages. But that last stat, that's the kicker. Over a third of all messages were sent between midnight and 6 a.m. This was not some passive, click-through online course. This was a high-energy, non-stop engagement, all fueled by genuine curiosity and, let's be real, probably a whole lot of caffeine.
So what was the glue holding them all together so tightly? A common challenge. The curriculum was designed to be tough, to really push their limits, and that shared struggle is what forged such a strong bond.
And listen, we're not talking about your Intro to Space 101 here. No way. We're talking about incredibly complex topics, things like synthetic aperture radar, which is notoriously difficult, plus rocket propulsion and orbital mechanics. This was the academic fire where their community was truly forged.
And this quote, it just captures their spirit perfectly. Facing a really tough module on SAR, one member, Prashar, joked, "Looks like the course average for radar and SAR is low, so blame it on ISE." You see? It's that kind of shared humor in the face of a challenge that turns a class into a true cohort.
Here's another absolute classic, this time from Smither T. This one line just shows that it doesn't matter how advanced or experienced you are, that universal feeling of cramming for an exam, it connects everyone. It's so relatable, so real, and it's a perfect snapshot of how they bonded.
Now, all of this digital connection was building up to a huge turning point. After months of interacting online, the community finally had its chance to become a physical one, meeting right on the legendary IISc campus in Bengaluru.
And their schedule was absolutely jam-packed. 2 days of intense sessions on campus, full of networking and learning, and then they all attended a prestigious IEEE workshop as a single group. This wasn't just a field trip. This was the moment their digital avatars finally got to shake hands in the real world.
You can just feel the energy buzzing in this message, can't you? After months of just seeing names on a screen, that face-to-face connection was electric. It cemented the bonds that were already forming online and just took their collaboration to a whole new level.
And here's what's so cool. Their proactivity didn't stop with the official schedule. They weren't just attending lectures. One member, Divya from ISRO, made what the others called a heroic effort to organize a private tour of a major satellite center. It just goes to show, this was a community that didn't just consume knowledge, they went out and created their own opportunities.
So, who were these 82 people? Well, what made this community so dynamic was the sheer diversity of expertise everyone brought to the table. Let's take a look at the makeup of this cohort.
Wow, I mean, this chart says it all, doesn't it? You've got this incredible, even split between high-ranking military officers, ISRO scientists, industry leaders, DRDO professionals, and academics. This wasn't just a classroom. It was a living, breathing cross-section of India's entire space and defense ecosystem, all in one place.
And their expertise wasn't just theoretical, not by a long shot. On one side, sure, you have deep academic knowledge in areas like nanosatellites and space safety. But on the other side, you had members taking that knowledge and turning it into real-world impact, building new organizations, and even helping to shape national policy.
And here's a powerful example of that. One of the industry leaders in the group, Bharti Goyal Mann, shared that they had formed an autonomous body to guide national policy.
I mean, that's the ultimate goal of a program like this, right? Empowering leaders to actually shape the future of their industry.
So, after all the modules, the late nights, and the campus visit, what's the lasting impact of this experience? What's the real legacy here?
Because the legacy isn't just a certificate. It's the friendships forged over a shared passion. It's the inside jokes that come from tough lectures. It's the community that thrives on 2 a.m. discussions about orbital mechanics. Every single person, whether they sent one message or hundreds, made this journey exactly what it was.
And that really brings us to the core lesson here. In an era of online learning, this cohort proved that the most profound educational experiences aren't just about the information you absorb. They're about the people you learn with, the community you build, and the support you give each other.
So, we end with this question. What happens when you bring 82 brilliant and diverse minds together with a single powerful passion? This experience suggests an answer. You get more than just an educated group of individuals. You get a self-sustaining ecosystem of innovation, a network capable of solving problems, shaping policy, and pushing an entire industry forward. And that right there might just be the future of professional learning.